There's a light between, an energy unseen, a connection so profound, like a flowing stream. It whispers in the silence, guiding our way, intuition growing stronger with each passing day. The light between, it's a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony in tune. The light between, it's a bond that won't remove.
Welcome to the Light Between podcast, where we embrace the divine love, light, and cosmic laws, recognizing us as co-creative agents in the mystical evolution of the divine. Unlike other shows on spiritual growth, The Light Between ignites heartfelt, my dear soul, love letters, intuitive healing insights, and empowering prompts that unlock your soul contract. When you no longer judge your inner critic and meet it with warmth, you can shift the perspective and power of the part of your shadow that is talking and the part of ourselves that is answering. I invite you to initiate your personal rite of passage in reconnecting with your innate power and intuition. Head over to the Light Between newsletter to stay on track with your highest timeline through next era resources and holographic psychic readings.
Let the light between, an energy unseen, connection so profound like a flowing stream.
I believe, my friends, in the power of resonance. Right now, self-compassion through deep connection with self is absolutely critical, because the power of resonance, when you are met with someone else that can match your cadence of care and hold a container for you so that you can create a larger container for you to hold for yourself, is pivotal. And I can probably imagine that your brain sometimes cannot be such a kind place. So here's the truth, my friends. Nobody will have any idea what it's like to be you as well as you do. There is no one else that has lived in your body, your heart, your mind for the same 24 hours a day as you do. And nobody knows what you've really been through. No one knows what you feel or what your fears are. No one knows your truest desires. Our mistake, my friends, is expecting other people to understand us deeply as we understand ourselves, even though we often lie to ourselves that we don't, because we do. And when we let go of needing others to understand us, and we can fluently speak our desires, our wants, our dreams, or just be silly, we can finally hear everything we want and be understood. It leads to healing. And so when you finally accept and understand what you've been through and who you truly are, because of that, you will be seen by your own soul and your guides and others around you as you practice self-compassion. Now, the other aspect here is when we let go of needing others to understand us, we can finally hear everything we want and everything we want to be understood. And that leads to healing. And surprisingly, many people may start to understand you even better when you understand yourself. Because we suffer when we create the expectations that others must understand us. While many people, my friends, can understand you well, nobody will know what it's like to be you as intimately as you know yourself. And that space, that place, can be a beautiful place to inhabit. And so through resonance work, through how I'm going to be bringing through these podcasts, it is in the language and it's the cadence that we will move through these crazy times ahead. What is the expression of my care that wants to come through my body and my words? So as you go about your day, I want you to ask, what is the expression of your own personal sense of care that wants to come through your body or through your words? And it is from this connection to that care that I encourage you to find both the courage and the relaxation to exhale, to feel proud of any of your contributions of your body of work in this lifetime, and to continue to stay present in your connection. So starting this month, I'm sharing from a more vulnerable place of what is traditionally known as two-way prayer through the care circuit. And what happens is when we dialogue with Source, when we dialogue with our higher soul, if we dialogue with our angels and guides, we instantly tap into the benevolent energy of life, source, and love. And so as I was putting the Oracle guidebook together for my new Oracle deck, it struck me how much developing my own relationship through trusting my soul to write these words and for them to be understood through the vibration of somebody else, not through the intellect. I progress every day with my spirit guides, my angels, past loved ones, and it's changed everything for me. Vibrational resonance of care for self, for our body of work, for our contributions, for how we process life. This is what gives us energy and motivation to stay connected and to also, for me, to stay at the edge and push through boundaries. Because if we don't love and delight in the things that we make, then we won't make them. It really is as simple as that. Now, the two-way prayer, this is how I'm planning to move forward with many of my podcasts. This is called channeling, my friends. I have to say and give credit to my mentors. I'm so deeply in love with my mentors, how through creativity and archetypes, trauma-informed neuroscience, the psychic development that has been brought through the last year, because their deep body of work is what has shouted from the heavens as a constant nudge of study and integration to develop my own way of how I channel. It feels like a love letter. And it's a calling to your own soul to reach into your shadow and to invite in the light. As we take this huge twist of history, the hugest transfer of wealth of all time, and that being opportunity for all to step into their divine gifts, their soul's contract. I'm done shying away from the ways that our mainstream culture stigmatizes this galactic spiritual access of our soul's history, and how caring for our life's work make it seem that we are somehow selfish or we're self-involved to want to spend time doing these types of things that we delight in. And so I've been shown aspects of the future. And now is the time where this crucible path is splitting for many of us, and that we choose care and choose consciousness. And I am inviting all of you that will help you unplug from the shadow archetype and into your light to allow the integration process to move smoother. It doesn't have to be so treacherous. And how we can look forward to sharing these vulnerable moments match the new galactic world that we're creating. This next shift into the golden age that may also bring you delight in your creativity. So I hope that you too are able to cultivate this warmth towards yourself and all in the world that you do, all that you want to do, all that you dream to do. It's how we come back to our point of origin and keep expressing ourselves. So in the future, look for love letters and look for prompts that I will invite you into with your dear soul. So I end this with the love letter from my higher soul. My dear soul, what would you have me to know about nurturing my creativity with care? Oh, my precious, tender one, you have fallen prey at times to an innocent, painful, but deeply incorrect view of things, namely, that creativity must be sacrificed for the sake of productivity or efficiency. But do you not understand that nurturing creativity is not a luxury, but a necessity? That it is through this very process that you will find both joy and the fulfillment that make life so worth living? Listen, I understand. Things can look grim. And if you want to find people who agree with you that things look grim, ask anyone. Even people whose political views are the exact opposite of yours are experiencing the same sense of fear and doom. But dear soul, you have always been one to hold the light up so bright so that everybody could come up into the essence of their true calling. So in that regard, at least your beliefs are in complete agreement and in alignment of what you have once forgotten. Sweetheart, dear heart, just settle. We could use a few people right now who aren't terrified, Are you wise and calm enough to become one of them? Sit with me here just for a moment, dear one, and let me show you something. As humans are, they are the most magnificent creatures we have seen yet. And yes, I know as spirit, I know everything that is happening, everything your kind has done, everything that might become. Because I am you, living on many parallels. I know all the nonsense and the distractions, all the injustice and terror, all the suffering and all the good reasons to drink from that lie of the deep well of doom. But you are not supposed to be here. It is a deep ignorance that the existence of even one is here by mistake. That goes for all of you. Every single one of you is meant to be here. Never in creation have there been minds like that of yours and many others that have this vast reservoir of this creativity and imagination, this capability of dreaming up anything from art, even art from rage, to forgiveness, from joy to terror and back again. We actually revel in it. We surf upon that energy. We find it amazing. There are only two infinitely expansive things in all of creation, my dear Cassandra. The universe itself and the beautiful human imagination. Everything else has limits, but the universe and your imaginations have none. So what did you think would happen if limitless human imaginations were allowed to run free upon this sweet planet? As they have been allowed since the birth of consciousness, everything will happen. Acts of beauty as well as rampage and appalling destruction will spring up and play out and get torn down and get reborn again and again. The universal hermetic principles. You study them, you live them. Now, we don't ask you to be naively optimistic, expecting that you will get your way. In other words, that the world will look the way you want it to. But we do not deny the awful reality of suffering either. Instead, we ask of you, and ask of you to ask of others, to step back now and see the goodness that is always happening amidst the dangers of this earth, and focus only upon doom that becomes demonically obsessed, single-pointed, and worse possible ways that blind your miraculous, compassionate, and fantastic ways of healing and loving and dancing and laughing and playing music in spite of darkness, and alongside weaving the existence like cords of gold, just like the Native American land that you grew up on. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've explored in this love letter to our creative souls, my friends. These are the type of love letters that come through me and channel through me. Creativity, my friends, is not a luxury, but a necessity for a fulfilling life. Your human imagination is infinite as universe itself. Nurturing your creativity allows you to see your goodness in the world, even amidst these crazy challenges. But every single person, you are meant to be here in a unique creative contribution. So continue focusing on nurturing your creativity. Become a beacon of calm in the turbulent world and create and celebrate goodness, because it's a powerful antidote to fear and negativity. So now it's your turn. What would your soul or your spirit guides have you to know? So here's the question. My dear soul, what would you have me know about embracing my unique creative gifts? And allow yourself to sit there. Two-way prayer does not mean dialoguing, does not mean letting negative Nelly into your brain. It just allows spirit to talk through you. So remember, my beloved, that you are creativity. And creativity is a sacred gift. You are a gift. It's not about perfection or comparison, but about expressing your unique vision, your voice. We need to right now. Trust in this process. Be kind to yourself and allow your creativity to flow freely through you. The world so deeply needs your particular brand of magic. now more than ever. So again, it's your turn. My dear soul, what would you want me to know? What would you have me know about nurturing my creativity with care? All my love, all my light.
There's a light between an energy unseen, a connection so profound like a flowing stream. It whispers in the silence, guiding our way. Intuition growing stronger with each passing day. The light between is a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony in tune. The light between, it's a bond that won't remove. In the spaces between words, in the moments of pause, the light between it aligns the universal laws. It speaks in whispers in the depths of your soul, guiding you forward, making you whole. The light between, it's a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony in tune. Let the light guide you, let intuition lead. In the dance of life you'll find what we need. The light between, an eternal flame, igniting your path, never the same. The light between, a sacred bond, illuminates the path we're on. Intuition blossoms, spirits entwine. The light between, divinely designed. The light between, it's a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony